Hello, everyone. Welcome to another preview on NASDAQ 100 for this upcoming week, beginning 9/31. Um, so we're expecting another successful week, and it's not going to be a long recording, but just to go over the strategy that we will be utilizing this week and to make sure that we have everything required to successfully trade this week. All right, so let's just pray. God, thank you again for this opportunity to trade and for your blessing, your continued blessing towards us. I ask that you'll just be with anyone watching this video, help that it will be successful and that their trading experience will improve. We thank you in Jesus' name. Amen. All right, so let me just get right to it. All right. So last week we saw that the market did a lot of consolidation, but there were a lot of moves, all right? In so much so that last week I was able to take 6 trades, no losses, 100% winnings, and I made 350% on my account, okay? From these moves that you see right here. No major moves like, last week, but there was enough moves on NAS to be able to successfully trade without over trading, all right, and make those moves. The key to it, as you guys know, I use the AuberStrategy. This is a strategy that I have been developing for the past 3 years based on the things that I've been learning by studying the charts. Okay. I use 1 or 2 indicators, but I do not use indicators as predictors. I only use indicators to confirm what it is that I've already seen on my charts, and I just need it, use it to get extra confirmation. So I don't use indicators as predictors. So I'm not using something to say, okay, fine, buy here, sell here, wait here. No, okay. It just confirms what I've seen. All right. The other thing too is I have learned how to be a lot more patient. Um, I heard it said somewhere before that an alligator or crocodile does not chase its prey. Instead, it waits in the water for the prey to come and then it pounces. Okay. So I've learned over the years that I don't chase the price for the NASDAQ 100 up and down the charts. I look at what it's doing and I basically wait for the price to come to me before I actually take from it. Okay. The other thing that I have discovered is that when you wait, okay, good things happen. Um, I'm saying all of this to say that although I call it the AuberStrategy, it is basically a system, excuse me, that has multiple strategies within that system. Okay. And depending on what I see on the market on a particular day, I'm able to pull from that system and use a particular strategy to trade what I'm seeing on that particular day. Okay. So case in point, let's look at last week, for example. All right. Now, typically, the market makes a low, goes directly and makes a high. Then it makes a higher low and a higher high. I consider that a complete trend move. So let's use this as an example. Lower low, straight to a high. Okay. Tells me the market wants to go up, comes back down, gives me a confirmation that yes, it does want to go up by making this higher low. Then it completes with a higher high. This I consider a complete trend move. So this market is now in trend. Okay. All right. Now, let me just look at a confirmation. So for example, going to my indicators. All right, so I have an indicator that's actually set up right here for this. Okay, now remember I said to you, market tells me what it wants to do. Okay, lower low, straight to a high. All right, tells me yes, it wants to go up because it made a new high, which is higher than the previous high. Okay, came back down, it made this higher low. Now, let me see if I can make it bigger so you can actually see it. Now, look at what happened. When it came back here, okay, notice that my indicator actually crossed over for the buy. That's the EMA and the MA indicator. It actually crossed. Now I already knew that this market was actually going in trend based on the fact that it's coming from this lower low. It came here and made this high. So I'd have gotten in this trade. I'd have gotten this buy. Okay. Then I'd have taken this sell because it's coming from a high, because it's really a lower high. Okay. Then when it came here and made this higher low, I would have already known that something was actually going on because it was a direct move. So I'm expecting this higher high. All right. So that's what I mean when I say I use indicators to confirm what it is that I've already seen and analyzed on my charts. Okay. So going back to what I was saying to you about using different strategies from the system. So typically, low to high, higher low, higher high, complete trend move. That's exactly what I'm expecting the market to do. However, market does not do that all the time. Sometimes, instead of doing this, okay, it actually forms a lower high and a higher low in between. Now, what do? That's when I have to pull a different strategy to actually look to see how I can apply what I'm seeing to trade successfully. So look at last week, lower low to high. Naturally, I'm expecting higher low to higher high, but the market didn't give me this. It gave me a lower high to a new low. Okay, what does that mean to me right here? It's still making lower highs, lower lows. Although this is a higher low, it's still making lower highs, so you know the trend is still strong. Okay. However, is it going to continue? I still have to look for clues that tells me that the market is going up. All right. So that's one of the reasons, one of the things what I mean when I say I sit and I wait to see what the market is going to do before I actually take the move. I'm not in this business or this game of saying, oh, yes, I think the market is going to go up by 2,000 pips today. And yes, set my take profit out. No, I'm sitting down and I'm waiting to see what the market does because it always reveals itself. It's just for you to learn how to adapt to what you're seeing on the market so that you can trade it successfully. All right. So with that being said, I come in and this is what I'm seeing happening from last week. Tells me absolutely nothing. Okay. All I know is that this market consolidated between the zones from the previous week, and it gave me nothing much. However, I still was able to take moves based on the fact that I could adapt to what I'm seeing. All right. So market opens tomorrow. What am I expecting? Not expecting anything because I don't have a setup. Okay. To help me get to that point where I'm seeing my setup, now I have to use certain tools. So one of the first tools that I will use is my fibs. Now, I do not want to apply my fibs here because this is just a complete mess. Complete mess. This was the highest point that the market made on Friday, okay? And, for the week. And this was the lowest point. I don't want to draw my fibs on here, okay? So I go to my biggest time frame, my bigger time frame, I should say. And I have a more clearer picture. When I look at my 4-hour, I see that the market has been in a downtrend for the past month or so or more. All right. So this gives me a better picture. All right. Now I'm focusing on these last 2 weeks. Notice it made a high here, which is really a lower high. It came down and it made a new low, which is actually lower than all of the previous lows. So we know it's still making lower highs, lower lows. So this gives me an opportunity now to actually look at a meaningful setup on my fibs. So I start here. I put my highest point here. And I draw it down to my lowest point, which is here. Just stretch this across to the week, end of the week, so I can have a clearer picture. Okay. All right, that's where we are. Now let's analyze this some more. Now I'm looking at this and I'm seeing that, okay, fine. Price came up to the 38% on Friday. Got rejection, came back down, wanted to continue selling. Came back down to the 23%. 23%, nope, not going any further. Boom. Provided some support here on Friday. Price started to climb again on Friday. However, notice that the price basically only bounced around between the highest point on Friday and the lowest point on Friday. Okay, don't believe me? Let's look at the 1 hour. This was Friday. Okay, highest point, lowest point. Look at what happened in the next 2 hours before market close. It just basically consolidated between this zone right here. What am I looking for? I am looking for clues to tell me if this market is going to continue going up or if it's going to continue selling. One of my rules, as you know, as a part of my strategy, is that I don't enter on higher lows or lower highs. Okay, so I'm looking for my extreme points. So I would enter a trade here for a sell, or I would need to get a low. So currently, the low that needs to be formed from where the price is would have to be below this point right here for me to actually get in for a buy. However, the market can come up and make a lower high and make a new low, which would be now breaking this point right here, which would now provide me with an opportunity to say, okay, fine, you know what? This market is now making higher lows, so I'm going in for buys. Or if it comes here, I can say this market is making lower highs, although it is a higher high, right? And then I'd be actually taking myself from here. So as it stands, that's pretty much what I'm looking for. There's absolutely nothing that I can tell you right now to say, okay, fine, going, market is going to be bullish, market is going to be bearish. Right now, I'm just waiting for the price to come to me, give me the opportunities so I can take my trades and move on. So thank you very much for watching. Good luck trading. All the best. Follow your trading plan. Like I said, no setup, no trade. That's it. Period. Don't rush the market. Don't rush the process. Just be patient. Somebody asked me what is the one thing that I've learned over the past years, and I would tell anyone, patience. You don't have patience, you will not be successful. Patience to learn the material. Once you learn the material, patience to wait on the right setup. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have a good week.